All right, guys, welcome back to today's stream. Boris, trade analyst for over 5 years, wanted to cover.
Hi guys, welcome back.
Cover some long and short plays for this week. As always, let's start off with the one chart for them all, the Bitcoin chart. So I had this drawn in from I think last week, actually 2 weeks ago. No, last week I started drawing this potential bullish, not bullish, but just a symmetrical triangle pattern on Bitcoin. And I kind of figured what was going to happen is, Bitcoin was going to respect these two trend lines. So this descending trend line from the all-time highs back in late May, followed by this supposed ascending or ascending trend line from going back to the lows of June. And basically figured Bitcoin would form more or less like a tightening pattern. So right now what I am watching for is, we actually are getting very close to this this bottom trend line here on Bitcoin at 104. See where, it doesn't have to be exact, 104,000 flat. So, if we do break below it, if we do break below, I'd expect another test of 55 at 102,480. And honestly, if that doesn't hold, 102,480, probably a quick dip to 100K support. And then really, I think it's the 100K support. It's going to be critical. I mean, we can kind of just draw this in right now. Yeah, basically, if the support breaks at 100 or 100.5, I'd expect a swift move down below 100K back to this little order blocks. Let's see what kind of move we could expect if this happens. So essentially what I'm looking for, yes, if price were to break down from here, probably a move of 7% down to the downside, down to let's call it 90, 95, 96. I think that would be a pretty reasonable target. Now, on the other hand, I think we also got to talk about the more bullish scenario, which I know right now doesn't really seem like it's going to be a bullish scenario, but you never know. Sorry, I got distracted by some message alerts. So basically, if we respect this trend line, then we could expect a move back up to test this upward bound trend line. And I guess the bullish breakout scenario here, or long plays, if we do break out a daily above this candle, and especially above the 111K lower high, then we will likely see a test at the all-time high, and then probably a run above 112, maybe to 120. I don't know. For right now, it does feel like the more bearish scenario is more likely to play out, unfortunately. Now let's look at Ethereum. So Ethereum's a bit tricky. It's been kind of holding this pattern, this tight consolidation pattern between 2,700. One second. So I just lost my browser tab here. Yeah, essentially it's been holding this, and we did break above it briefly, but basically 2,700 to the upside, and bottom side support at 24 at 24.50. And at this current moment in time, at this current moment, sorry, it's kind of my voice. This current moment in time, we are trading closer to the bottom range support at 24.60. So if the 24.60 support doesn't hold, then we'll likely see a test back down there's this low of 2,400 back on like 2290 that we saw on June 5th, and this does fall in line pretty well with the 55 EMA on Ethereum, which is a pretty critical EMA that I use, not just across Bitcoin, Ethereum, but across pretty much all major assets. It works very well. Let's take a look at Solana, see what plays we got on Sol. So on Solana, Solana doesn't seem like it has that much momentum here. It's kind of just straggling this area between, kind of like choppy price action. I really don't have much to say. But Solana, I'd say this: if it does break below 144, we'll probably see a test down to 138, and if we can get above 158, then we'll probably see a retest of 165. Let's see what else they want to cover. Yeah, right now Bitcoin isn't looking too hot, I'll be honest. Guys, I guess right now, I mean, we went over Bitcoin, went over Ethereum, we went over Solana. Now let's take a look at actually all the futures pairs that we have on CoinW and see what we've got going on here. And guys, by the way, before I forget, if you're not already a member of the Telegram group, be sure to sign up. We're posting constant signals. We're keeping you on top of this market. And you see one of my profit posts here on WLD. We're doing pretty well in our positions. So it's both me, myself, and Jay that are posting positions here on various tokens. Now, yeah, what I want to do is like run quickly through the futures pairs list that we have on CoinW and see if we have any potential plays. Probably it's going to be more to the downside, but we'll see. So we don't want to use the false positive filter. So BNB, I mean, definitely looks more bearish than bullish, but nothing too bearish. So let's just keep going here. TST. See, Bitcoin Cash looks like it's breaking out here. Yeah. Looks like a Bitcoin Cash is bucking the trend from the rest of the market. So that is very interesting. Sorry, I forgot to show my actual trading view. Forgot to switch the tabs. So we are back to trading view. Good. And yeah, let's just see if we have any like potential shorts on the table. SSV is looking pretty bearish here. I'll definitely add this to the short list. Man, IP looks pretty bad here. But I don't know if there's enough momentum here for a short, but let's just put this on our watch list just to watch out. Guys, actually, we are kind of like getting close to this trend line here on Bitcoin. I wonder if buyers are going to step in here soon. I'll be closer to when we're like actually at 104 or 103 or so. So far, I'm not seeing any trending short moves on the horizon, but let's keep on looking. So far, not really. Ooh, cake looks pretty bearish here. I think we could have taken cake yesterday, actually. I think now we'll take it now as well. Let's add this to the list. Because we're breaking below the 55 EMA with pretty bearish momentum. So let's see how this ends up. Yeah, but other than that, I'm not seeing much at the current moment. For me, it was just the ones that went out earlier. We'll go over them again, and I do have to actually go. I think we covered everything that I wanted to. Oh, E5 looks very bearish. E5 is breaking below this previous horizontal support plus 55 EMA here. This one looks really good for a short, actually. Let's see what else we got here. Because it kind of covers it all. So for me, it was all the items on my pink list here. So that included EFI, cake, SSV. Not really. Yeah, LPT, but I don't think it's trading anymore. Quindobi. Aave, not really. Also has Cosmos. Yeah, actually, I like the top two. So this is these top two, EFI, Cake, and SSV are the ones I would short. Because I do have to go now to actually do some of my own trades or execute some of my trades. So I will see you next time, which will be very soon. All right. Bye-bye.